Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome
Gods and
God, it has been such a long time.
Welcome back to the Gods and Monsters Deuce.
We're in a different location than we were from the previous episode. We sat right in the front entrance of the new Gods and Monsters location for grand opening version 2.
We're in the atrium, I guess is what you would call this.
And we thought, okay, that's the word. I was out there with her, and I was like, I'll be eating out in the lounge? I don't know what to call this area, so that's a better word for it.
Yeah. How's it been going?
6 weeks, I think it's been. How long has it been?
No, it hasn't been that long. I mean, we were off for about 3 or 4 weeks, and then we did the grand opening show, and then it's been a couple of weeks since. I guess 3 weeks since.
The grand opening was in March. Why am I so popular when I start a show? Why? Stop calling me.
I don't know. When I'm doing my YouTube videos, that's the only time my phone number makes noise.
People want to call you and they want to talk to you. Yes.
Yep.
So it's been a couple of weeks, and of course, since we haven't been here to get weekly reports from Todd, I have to hear about it on the internet.
Yeah, he's been putting out a few videos here and there, how to find them
Very
when
smart,
they're open.
very smart.
Doing the social media, trying to get buzz, because this is maybe not the best location in the whole planet, but if people knew where this place was and how easy it is to get from I-4, I mean, you could just pop in here. It's easy.
So I had to read on the internet, on the Orlando Business Journal.
Big news.
That Gods and Monsters is going to be in a partnership with Hourglass Brewery, which is down in Longwood.
That is going to be something I'm interested in.
I went down there 2 nights ago after work. I had to work the evening shift. They close at midnight, so I thought, okay, I'll go by there. I left work at 11:15. And it's, if you're going down Ronald Reagan Boulevard, you cross over the, coming from Lake Mary, for those of you wondering. You leave in Lake Mary, you're going down Ronald Reagan, you go over the railroad tracks, you go over 434, and it's just down on the right. It used to be where Rebounders was, a little bouncy house place. It's The facade in the front of the plaza is all brick. It's really, really nice. So I went in just to go and look around. It's a huge space. It's going to be a great location. What we don't know yet are the actual dates when that's happening.
Okay.
All I saw on the Orlando Business Journal article was that there is going to be a partnership, and they're going to be working together.
So you went into the existing brewery house?
Oh, yeah. It's huge.
All right, and then maybe Gods and Monsters will just have a space inside of that brew house?
I believe so, yes. I'm just not sure which space. It was hard to tell. But that building has got a taco place next door.
Oh.
And,
there's all kinds. How could that be more perfect?
This is perfect.
Maybe they should just move from here to there?
I know. But then again, they probably don't want to.
No.
The idea of having 2 smaller stores instead of 1 big one,
Sure.
maybe that's going to benefit them in some way.
Mm-hmm.
So that just was 2 days ago. I went there to check it out, and but I feel bad. I like coming here every week, and we visit with people, and hey, how's it going, and what are you buying, and hey, Todd, what's new with you? And we just haven't had the time. Todd and Anna were on their honeymoon in that time that we were also gone. So we'll try and do some catching up with them. If
they
Todd
looked like they were having a good time.
Oh my God, all the videos that popped up. They took the helicopter tour.
Yeah,
that looked like a lot of fun. So 4 or 5 weeks have gone by. I've been just working. What about you? You've been shooting. You've been telling us about your CarCast videos and stuff you've been doing.
Oh, boy. So I did buy a second car, and I decided that the first car is basically finished, and this car I was just going to – I didn't do anything to the engine on the first car so much, just basically maintenance and fixing it to make sure it wasn't going to break. This other car now, I've bought a full turbo kit, and I'm putting the turbo in there. And what's interesting about Miatas is they have no power. They've got maybe, especially the old ones, they have maybe 85, 90 horsepower. By the time that you're actually driving them. You throw a turbo in there, and you're easily doubling the horsepower. And
excellent.
Put that much horsepower in a tiny little car. Hey, here's our guest coming in right now.
Look at that. He's coming in with his materials.
That makes a considerable difference. But it is a interesting process to putting a turbo in a car that was not designed necessarily to have a turbo. It's a fun thing, I guess. And that channel is doing well. I've got like 1150 now.
And when you say you've purchased your second car, you really mean your third, is
fourth.
That right?
It's a fourth
there
car.
we go. Yes, there we go. There's Bill's walking in right now. Come on in, have a seat.
And then, I got a ton of
We're
other
just doing
things
some catching up.
on.
We haven't done the show in a while, so we're just catching up. You go right ahead and set up and do what you need to do.
Yep.
Bill Sylvia's here. He's going to have another Dungeons & Dragons Antique Roadshow with us, which has always been more of our popular episodes.
Yes. Well, I mean, you
YouTube
always
numbers.
bring really interesting things.
Well,
Absolutely.
It's good to see you.
Hey, good to see you.
Would you want to give him the taller mic? What would you like to do, Greg? You decide.
Yeah, let's give him this taller mic because it's
All right, you can just kind of push that one out of the way then if you want.
better
Take it out of the
for it.
stand. There
Yeah,
you go.
perfect.
That's fine. Just in case anybody else shows up or if Todd's in
Yep.
the neighborhood. So that's good. You set up. Greg and I are just kind of catching up. So you've been working on the car.
And then just doing some other things. I've been actually doing some paid work and stuff like that. But let's really quickly talk about DC Universe.
Yes.
Did every trailer for the next 6 movies just come out this month?
Justice League came out.
Yes.
Spider-Man came out.
A second Spider-Man trailer, and I'm understanding that the Twitter sphere is pissed because they gave away so much in this trailer.
Why do they insist on giving away so much?
Look,
Is there fear of people not watching these movies?
I don't understand. I don't understand what the movie studios are doing. People are going to go see that movie even if all you do is have a splash screen of the Spider logo on there. They don't care. They're going to see the movie. They don't need, a 6-minute trailer that shows you all of the villains, all of the side characters, and all the surprises. I had no idea Iron Man was going to be in this film.
Yeah, he's been in both trailers a lot, but that's their way of hooking people. It's like, Iron Man's in this. Come watch it, everybody.
Why would they need to do that? I don't understand. Okay, so Justice League is out. There's an Aquaman trailer out.
Wonder Woman.
The Wonder Woman trailer, sure. And then you got us on here? You can hear her?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yeah, the Wonder Woman trailer actually looks pretty good.
I did not see the Justice League trailer yet.
No, this is separate. This is Wonder Woman, the movie.
No, I know.
Oh, okay.
And then did they do something for Flash? Was there did I see maybe it was a Flash teaser trailer or something like that? And that's not coming out till I think 19.
Yeah, there was a clip of Flash in the Batman versus Superman movie.
Yes.
Remember when they were looking at all the different
Sure.
things?
Now, if I could just jump in real quick.
Please.
Yeah, of course.
Having not followed DC movies terribly close, so is there a juncture at which DC or whoever's doing these is just like, a trailer is going to come up, a splash screen is going to come up, and then it's just going to be like, whoever is in charge for signing off on these things going I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry. We've just been screwing with you guys. We had no idea that people were actually expecting us to make movies.
Yeah, we make awesome trailers.
We're not Marvel or anything.
Yeah.
And people kind of went bananas for this kind of fan film we did of Superman versus Batman, and then we had to make more movies, and now we're stuck. So
It's like they forced themselves to make these movies when they put those clips in Batman versus Superman where he was looking through the movie, he was looking through the computer, and he clicked on all the different logos, and it's like, here's the next 4 movies, click, click, click.
No, I think what happened was DC has been making poor movies for the last 2 decades. And then they're seeing Marvel, and they're seeing Marvel make this universe of movies. And then they said, well, we got a bunch of characters. Why don't we just start doing that crap?
Absolutely. And a lot of people talk up the MCU, and it's fine. There's good movies. Everything that started if you just want to talk about sheer number of movies, everything that has started with the Avengers movies, the Iron Man, basically this current leg.
Yes.
Comparatively, in terms of pure numbers of films, are freaks.
Yeah.
Because the Spider-Man movies were in order. Great,
Not even.
But then
Tobey Maguire, the Tobey Maguire movies.
What did we get? Daredevil, Elektra,
Green Lantern.
that's DC.
That's what I'm saying. That is.
No. I'm just talking about
DC.
Marvel movies. As a contrast.
Right.
All right.
So when you look at Marvel's track record,
all the X-Men movies, all the Wolverine movies.
Okay, all right,
Yep.
all right, but still, I mean, in the overall, what did we have for Captain America prior to now?
Garbage.
Reb Brown,
1990
Garbage.
Captain America.
There's a 1970s TV show pilot.
Sure, I've seen a little bit of that. That's awful.
Yeah.
Fantastic Four from the 80s was
absolutely
the
the Roger
disaster.
Corman Fantastic Four.
Absolutely a disaster.
Which he only released in the tiny limited format he did
because he was legally obligated.
because he was legally obligated. That is what in comic books is actually known as an ash can.
Oh.
Yeah. It's like you say, okay, you have to publish or
you lose rights to
you
the
have to
property.
publish Kathy versus Venom.
Okay, but where is Marvel going now? They're kind of writing themselves into a weird hole because, and follow me here, they are introducing a few new characters, which is nice. Ant-Man, I really enjoyed Ant-Man. I thought that was a terrific movie.
Ant-Man was fun.
And it was cool that they are still able to add new characters. Now,
I'd like to think Ant-Man is what would happen if Greg became a superhero.
I know what you're saying by that.
I think I'd be more like what was the Will Smith character?
In Suicide Squad?
No. Before that, when he was the reluctant superhero.
Yeah, I know the one you're talking
Hancock.
about.
Hancock, yeah. He was just like, fuck it, I don't want to do this. But no, so watching Civil War, I'm seeing that's just another Avengers movie, and in the last like 6 movies, they've all made weird reference to, well, isn't this a job for the Avengers? Shouldn't we call them?
Yeah.
And then now it's just become each new movie has elements of the Avengers in it, so it's just like. What's going on now? Every movie has to be a $200 million extravaganza where everybody's in it.
You know, I was thinking about this very topic on the way over here, and I don't want to drag us off like even further off base, but I was thinking about you go back and you look at Star Trek 2. Mm-hmm. Star Trek 2 was a $17 million budget and a $40 million box.
Are we talking Wrath of Khan?
Wrath of Khan.
Okay.
Which was an okay take for its day. Mm-hmm. Okay, you crank those up to now dollars. That's a $75 million budget and a $240 box. Mm-hmm. If you did that as a director, you would never work again. As a producer, you would never work again.
True.
Any attempt to continue on with your franchise would be over.
Considered a failure.
You would be considered an abject failure in Hollywood now. If any Marvel movie is not, I mean, you know, if you look at the mountain you've climbed up on as a director and say, we're just as tall as that mountain over there that we climbed up when we did the last movie, you'd better have a team of Sherpas with rocks to put you at least 10 feet higher.
Yeah.
Or the number crunchers, the money men, are going to have your head on a stake. And that is what that is what unfortunately DC is up against with the DCU. You can make okay. I mean, they can make okay movies. They can make perfectly entertaining comic book movies that are true to the DCU, but pull people in. But if you don't hit some magic $750 million to $1 billion mark,
but we're reaching some sort of critical mass, and there's like 6 television series going now. Mm-hmm. There are the movies. There are just everything's becoming so hard, and X-Men are kind of like their own storyline. They're not even involved in the MCU, so it's like.
And they also have TV shows out, and consider the new Legion, which apparently is very good. I've got them DVR'd. I haven't watched them yet.
There's just so much material. I mean, there's so much. I never got into the television series. And didn't you say Agent Carter? Is that gone now?
Agent Carter only lasted 2 seasons, yes.
Okay. Yeah.
And Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is still on, though.
Oh, it's still on?
Yeah.
How is that still on? Because I thought
they
S.H.I.E.L.D.
brought in a new character. They brought in Daredevil.
No. Wait, time out. I thought S.H.I.E.L.D. was dissolved in Avengers 2.
Correct. And they followed that storyline, and they went underground. It's not like they all got their pink slips and then they went and got
well, how
real
much
jobs.
time do we have to do for this podcast to catch Greg up on exactly how S.H.I.E.L.D.
No,
works?
look. I caught up on all the movies now, I think. Pretty sure I've caught up on all the movies. I just don't have the time or the interest to watch 14 television series.
I will say this. This is a. Can I spoil a little bit of Agents of
I don't
S.H.I.E.L.D.?
care. I'm not going to watch the TV shows.
Sam Jackson actually shows up
as
himself in the end of season 2 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
They have
and
to
he
do
has
these
the best line he has had in any of the Marvel movies. Bill Paxton is the yes, I know Bill Paxton.
Yes,
but his character he played a bad guy in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and he's off doing the whole Doctor Doom / bad guy rant. Mm-hmm. But they're not showing that. They're showing Clark Gregg as Phil Coulson and Samuel Jackson as Nick Fury, just kind of standing there watching him. And it kind of goes on for a minute. And as they're watching him, Sam Jackson just says, "You didn't tell me he'd gone that crazy."
Yeah. Now, and it wasn't in that episode you thought, oh, this is the end of season 2. He's making some profound speech, and then wasn't he just killed at the end of the episode?
Oh yeah. They did a post-credit stinger of the season ender where they beat him up, they whatever, and he's just lying there under a sheet,
right?
And he gets up, and then he has the denouement speech. They don't understand what they've done. I'll rebuild from this and become more and he gets cut off in the middle of the word powerful by this beam of energy from off camera, and just disintegrates.
and just kills
Clark Gregg
Well,
walks
that
in
was
camera,
that
and
was
he-
uh,
and
that
he's-
was
Well, it
really
was-
good forethought.
It was
he's,
funny.
he's got this gadget in his hand, and he goes, "Hey guys, I found it." So that's what it does.
See,
and then just walks out of his shot.
It looked like they were setting you up for season 3. Like, oh, Bill Paxton's character is going to be in all of season 3, and
Yeah.
he's gonna wreak havoc on all of them. No, we just killed them off. That's
Yeah.
the end of the season. They always wrap their seasons
Well,
up.
I mean,
what
God bless Bill Paxton.
Yeah.
It's not like they probably could have afforded him
right,
for 28 episodes.
No, there would have been no way. So they knew ahead.
I mean,
it was very funny.
They must have had to have taken bended knee just to get Sam Jackson and Bill Paxton in a TV show,
don't
in a
know. I think-
basic
you know what?
cable broadcast TV show.
It depends on what kind of a person Bill Paxton is. Like if that's a project he wanted to do, maybe he took a big
said, whatever.
TV's a lot
People
cooler
made a
place to be now.
bajillion
People do that.
dollars with every VHS and Laserdisc and DVD of Aliens that comes out. I get a check for $300,
Right,
so I'm
right.
good. But yeah, no, it was great. And plus, I mean, to kind of back up what you're saying, I mean, it was on ABC. It's Marvel.
Disney. It's
money.
Disney owns ABC. Disney
It's
owns
money.
Marvel. So
Yep.
they base. Oh, I'm sorry. Who do you want in there? Oh, here's a check. Go,
Call
do it. Whatever.
So what we've just been doing is doing a little bit of catching up. What we're going to do now is we'll just sign off from this episode, and we're going to let you know the very next episode coming up on the YouTube page will be the Bill Sylvie D&D Antique Roadshow, which we haven't done in a while. So anything else we want to do in the catching up episode before we...
I just wanted to touch on
yeah, let's touch on some
24
things.
Legacy.
Oh, have you been watching?
Yeah, I'm up to like episode 7, and I'm so checked out. I'm just so done. They blew up the bridge. Big friggin' deal.
I don't think I've watched this week's episode. That's all I can say.
And then you know what? I don't care.
There's
I don't
always-
care about the show.
Even in other previous seasons, there's always somebody. There's always a mole.
They've
There's
up-
always somebody
they've-
inside.
They've abducted his wife. Oh God, I'm so tired of it.
Right.
Anyway, Last Man on Earth though was good.
Oh, it is. It is good.
It's
Did you
really
see the
good this year.
Kristen Wiig episode? That was a one standalone episode. Do you watch Last Man on Earth?
No. Funny thing, actually, Anna was talking about that on Facebook, and so I launched.
And you
into
were
this.
referring
How much?
to-
Oh yeah, Vincent Price is really good. That wasn't Richard Matheson's favorite rendition of I Am Legend, and she's like, no, actually, I was talking about
the TV show.
I was like, well, I'll just stand over here then.
There was this great whole standalone episode with Kristen Wiig
Yeah.
and Laura Dern. They were playing best
she's
friends, like they were playing like frenemies.
I had no idea who
Laura
that
Dern's
was until
great.
the end.
Until you saw the credits
Yeah.
at the end. But they did like a showing back to when the plague started at some party that she was throwing, and then they come to find out she was the one with the drone in some of the earlier episodes from the early seasons. So they're connecting all these things together. But the way they treat their guest stars on that show, she'll be killed immediately once she gets to the group, like Will Ferrell was, like
much.
John Hamm was.
Yeah.
I love how John Hamm was killed off. We talked about that before because his wife on Mad Men was a gun enthusiast on Mad Men, and she was always shooting a gun whenever she got upset. In a couple episodes of Mad Men. And then in this episode of Last Man on Earth, she accidentally shoots somebody in an all, what are the clean suits?
Yeah.
She shoots him in the chest with a shotgun.
A
And then when they
hazmat
pulled
suit.
the mask off, it was John Hamm. He was killed instantly before he even had a speaking part in the show. It's just
That was
great.
like how. Do you remember Police Squad, the Zucker
Yes.
brothers?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they
That's
would
Leslie
do that.
Nielsen, right?
Yeah, they would do cold opens and introduce guest stars
Yep.
who would then die. Like immediately, like this week's guest star, William Shatner, blam, blam,
He's just killed.
and he'd fall out of shot.
Just great. But I do like how this season, it's not.
It's less pathetic.
It is. There's still some pathetic things about it. His character still drives me nuts sometimes. He
Is
tries
it
too hard.
pathos or just pathetic?
Well, his character is horrifically cringeworthy at
Yeah,
some points,
and it's-
and you're
I'm
just
gonna have
like,
to check this show out. then.
he's a producer on the show, so it's like how
And a writer,
how did
yeah.
you and a writer? How did you write yourself to do such just?
I think he
things
created the
that-
show. He's considered the creator.
Yeah.
Will Forte.
Well, it's worth watching because it's the first bunch of episodes answers a lot of interesting questions of
Yeah.
what if all the people just died? What everything died too?
Yeah.
Bugs, birds.
Yeah, that's right. No
Fish,
birds flying around.
nothing.
It's a comical Walking Dead in some ways.
In some
and,
ways,
and it's
without the
funny how
zombies.
there's some similarities between the shows currently right now, where they've both found communities that are solar powered,
Yeah.
so that they can have electricity. How convenient for them to both have that.
So I think the ultimate question is, does this wreck any chance for Why the Last Man to be made into a movie where people just go, this is just Last Man on Earth?
Right.
No, I don't think so.
Not played
No,
for
there's-
laughs.
There's that thing can go 100 different ways.
Yeah.
Another show that not afraid to kill off not only just one-hit wonder characters, but also they killed a main character off like a couple weeks ago. They went flying in a plane.
Yeah. I saw that coming a mile away, though.
I thought, okay, they're going to go a different angle. He's going to get up in the air and look for other people. Nope.
Crash.
Nope, that's it. He's done. They do surprise you. So 24, you're going to stay with it? Yes, no?
No,
Oh,
I'm
you're
out.
done with 24.
I'm out.
All right, and Last Man on Earth is back on our radar again. That's good news.
I dig it.
I have yet to go to the movies to see Logan. I'm behind the times on that.
Hearing so much good stuff
I
about
know,
that.
and it's been out a couple weeks, and I haven't had a chance. And one cool thing that happened at work yesterday, but I was not there at the time, was Michael Dorn stopped by because he's doing Shakespeare Festival. Worf from Next Generation.
yeah.
I'll be
He's
damned.
doing Shakespeare theater here in Orlando, so he came by the morning show, and some people got pictures with him. But I was like,
Very
I missed
cool.
out. I missed out on that. I did not get a picture with him. And also,
Be or not to be.
yes,
Be
It
or
is
not
a
be.
good day to be.
all right. Anything else?
Let's move on to our guest.
All right, coming up next is going to be Bill Sylvie for a Dungeons & Dragons Antique Roadshow. Stay tuned. We'll be right